What's up, guys, and welcome back to SCUM. Now, today, we're just kind of goofing around a little bit. I want to see how effective the 22s are, because nobody really uses them very much. You know, they're kind of a throwaway thing of, I guess it's better than nothing if it's all you got. I want to see just how effective it actually is. So we're going to try taking some relatively long shots from up here with the rifle, and then maybe going in on foot with the pistol here in a bit. As you can see, there's some puppets a pretty good ways out. Let's see how far those guys are. It would help if I could hold this steady. 330 meters. I have no idea if we'll be able to hit those from here with this. But as far as doing more SCUM videos, I'm probably not going to do a whole lot until 1.0 drops. Just because 1.0, for those of you that don't know, has been officially announced to drop on June 17th. So, just over a week away. So, I'm real excited for that, and once 1.0 drops, we will for sure be getting back into it. Helps if I actually hit them, doesn't it? Well, the 22 is definitely not super duper effective, is it? I mean, to be fair, that one had a helmet. Yeah, can I actually... Okay, good. I can still do that. But no, there we go. Well, let's go for a body shot then. Huh. Well, that's not so good. I'm not even hitting them. Tell you what, let's try taking the scope off. Yeah, that'll go real well. Well, I can, at this point, I can see why people don't use the 22s, but we're going to keep trying. Because I know the 22 can be effective if it has to be. Just right now, I can't hit that one, and I'm not sure where we're hitting either. So, let's try taking a shot at one of these Good Lord, that one's far away. I don't know if we're going to be able to hit that one at all. I'm not even seeing bullet impacts on the ground anywhere. Tell you what, let's dial it back to 100 and see. Now, I'm not sure how to read the dots on this particular scope, but if I had to guess... Whoa, there we go. Okay, we're hitting way to the left there. I guess I should have paid attention to the wind. Oh, that one was close. Yeah, I could adjust the windage. Except I don't remember how. There we go. Problem is, I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's go that. That didn't tell me anything. Okay, fair enough. I may have to spawn in some more ammo. And yeah, I know this is not super exciting here. I do apologize. Okay, the windage doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like, adjusting the windage on this scope does not seem to be doing anything at all. So, let's just try doing something like this and just doing holdovers. Hey, there we hit him. Damn you, stop moving around. Yeah, 22's not so good for distance. Okay. Alrighty. Well, now that we kind of sort of maybe a little bit have it dialed in, I hate doing the heavies with the 22. Because the armored ones with a 22, yeah, the 22's not going through there. Yeah, I can't even tell where the hell we're hitting. Okay, well, that's a bit unfortunate. Wow, that's a really good animation there. I really hope that that's... Stuff like that should be fixed with 1.0, in theory. Okay, I don't think there's a whole lot of point in us continuing to try to snipe from way the hell up here with this thing. Oh, and this is my last magazine for this. Fantastic. Okay, let's fix that. So, those of you that have looked at the roadmap for SCUM, what do you think of it? Because right now they basically have it as 1.0 is going to have like the graphics update, so the whole map should look better. That's not what I wanted, although the bow is going to be more effective at this point, probably. 1.0 is also supposed to have the armed NPCs, which I'm very much looking forward to. How can I not even hit them from here? Well, that's... And it's supposed to bring back the tractor and the seaplane. Other than that, 1.0 isn't going to be bringing a whole lot that they've given us specifics on. Now, they have shown a couple of things where maybe they've fixed the animal spawn system, and maybe they've fixed the puppet spawn system to where, I'd say fixed, improved the puppet spawn system. So hopefully those things will be better. And they have said that they are releasing the server files with 1.0, which means people should be able to host like dedicated private servers. Why can I not hit anything at all here? What in the world? Alright, you know what? I'm going to take the suppressor off and see if that makes any difference whatsoever. Oh, I still have the windage. Gee, I wonder if that could have something to do with it. Probably not. Also, that's terrible. That thing goes down. Let's actually check this. 69.6%. So why can I not? Couldn't you used to move while you're looking through the scope? Is that the one? More or less. Well, there we can hit him anyway. So it goes down almost a full percent per shot. Good lord, these are 22s. I'm sorry, but there's no way that you're going to be wearing out a suppressor with 22s. I mean, I say that. You will get excess carbon buildup. Because rimfire cartridges are just inherently dirtier than centerfire. But it still would not be anywhere near that kind of degradation speed. Okay, I think we've tagged him 3 times now. He's not wearing armor. Okay, so 4 body shots from essentially 200 meters. Okay, on an unarmored one. Fantastic. Are you armored or no? Well, that one was high. Yeah, with the 22s, you need headshots. So, seems like it turns out that maybe the reason I couldn't hit a damn thing with it is because I was stupid. And forgot that I had adjusted the windage. But you guys are used to that kind of thing on this channel by now, right? You guys don't expect me to actually be competent or good at things, do you? If you do, you set your expectations too high. It was like 4 basically headshots on the armored ones. Okay, well. I mean, that's realistic. Your 22 is going to have a hard time penetrating body armor ever. I kind of hope that they do something with that as well. In probably won't be 1.0. They've talked about, I think it was Q4, they're going to do an armor update. But we shall see. Hey, there we go. That was a good one. I will say I'm a little disappointed with what's going to be coming in 1.0. I'm happy from the standpoint of they're adding the armed NPCs, which has been my biggest request. Because since I play mostly single player, the puppet spawn system rework is not as big a deal to me because I can use low player count mode. And that works pretty well for getting decent puppet spawns. Thought I saw something moving way back there, but maybe it was just a bush blown in the wind. Trying to get a good idea of how far out we're getting puppets to spawn. Seems like 300 to 400 meters. Yeah, looks like 300 to 400 meters is about what you can expect with a low player count mode. But again, they're still only in POIs. You know, they don't spawn randomly in the world. You're not going to see them just kind of wandering down the side of the road. Hey, there's a good one. That sure looks like it's further than 78 meters, but whatever. Not going to question it. I'm not going to bother searching any of these because one, like I said, 1.0 is coming out in a week, so there's really no point in looting up anything. If we need stuff, I'm just going to spawn it in for this episode. God, that's a terrible animation. Yeah, that's pitiful. Especially out of a bolt-action rifle. You know, out of a semi-auto, yeah, your suppressor is going to get hot faster. Out of a bolt-action rifle that's only firing 22 long rifle, I mean, you're going to have a heck of a time wearing that suppressor out. I'm sorry, but I hope that they fix some of that. I really do. Because that's kind of pitiful. Now, with larger calibers, yeah, I could see that being more of a thing. But with a bolt-action 22, come on, devs. Yeah, how about no? I do actually have ammo in here, yes? Okay, good. Why are there always happies in this building? I just want to get up there to the tower. Now, I will say that I also just have puppet damage turned off right now for this. I don't remember if I have happy damage turned off, but I do have puppet damage turned off just because 22s are not going to stop a group of puppets if they decide to charge us. This is just me goofing around with the 22s. This is not me trying to be serious. So if you notice the puppet's not doing any damage to us, that's why. Like I said, I pretty much have this set to where we can just kind of run around with the 22s, because I don't anticipate the 22s to be super duper effective. That being said, I still don't like happies. Can I get upstairs this way? No. I just want to get up into the tower so that we have a better field of view for taking out, you know, taking some pot shots out there. Okay, yeah, we're good. It looks like happy damage is turned off. Well, really? You can't shoot through the guardrails? Or through the handrails on the stairs? Okay, then. Definitely don't want to have to rely on the 22 pistol. I can't remember where the other stairs are. Here, I think. Yes. No, this way. Thank you. I guess technically... Hi. That thing has some insane recoil for a 22. I mean, good lord, are you guys seeing how much recoil this thing has? This is a 22. It should have none. Oh, this is much better. Yes, indeed. Damn it. I'm honestly not sure with the 22s if it's... Oh, I don't have any more loaded magazines. Awesome. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I will load one of those in a second. I really want to kill this one. And for some reason, I cannot hit him to save my life. There we go. Well, the 22s, definitely not particularly good. Yeah, they're better than nothing. I would really like to see a semi-auto 22 rifle. Give us a Ruger 1022 or something. You know, because this bolt action is not even really good for, you know, trying to snipe. Because it just... it's just horribly inaccurate at range, which, I mean, 22s generally are, and this is certainly not a, you know, match grade competition level 22. This is a little basic bolt action 22 that's honestly maximum effective range of about 150 yards. But I'm not even sure if we're getting that kind of distance out of it. There was one up there. Did that one fall off the roof? I think that one might have fallen off. Well. Really? Well, that certainly makes that awkward, doesn't it? I wish that you could actually, like, rest your weapon on this railing or something. That seems like what you would be doing in this situation here. Really, just... I'm wondering if there's some kind of thing where you can't shoot between certain things like that. Because it seemed like it was doing that with the hand railings. And now it seems like it's kind of doing it with that thing. Or maybe I'm just really bad. Well, I think it's just I'm really bad. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. At least we've narrowed down the problem. Okay, see that one though. That one really, I don't know. Really? Good Lord, what kind of garbage ammunition are we using in this thing that it's missing that much at that close a distance? My goodness, that is just absolutely terrible. I wonder, does your suppressor condition contribute to your accuracy? Seems like a loud 22. Nope, it's not the suppressor. Man, that's just not good. I mean, you can see there, it's shooting high and to the left quite a bit, and that's not... Well, I mean, I guess it is 150. Still, the wind is low, though. Okay, that's... The wind is pushing it to the left right now. We are facing north, so west means that it's blowing to the west. Gotcha. I hear you grumbling down in there from somewheres. Good grief. Why is it shooting high at 150? I mean, it's shooting high. Good Lord. Well, there it hit on. Jeez. Oh, back to having no bullets. Okay. You know what, that's fine, because we're not having any luck actually hitting anything anyway, so... Good lord, why are they going so high? It ought to be going low. But, you know, whatever, I guess. Again, just another reason to not use the 22, I reckon. Oh, now I'm out of loose ammo, too. Well. Okay, well, I think that means it's time to just run this thing. Because we're not really having much luck sniping with that, are we? Really? Good lord. Headshot at point blank range did not do it. There it did. I think we're down to 1 bullet or not, 2 bullets. Oh, 3 bullets. Okay, I can't count apparently. Yeah, I definitely can't count. I mean, at this point, I'm... Huh. Random pilot jacket. I'm wearing one of those for those of you that are interested. This is just kind of a throwaway character that I made to mess around with. I was kind of going for a Mad Max-ish type look with this character's outfit. So we got like construction pants, an old beat-up pilot jacket, face mask, and then the hat. I like the hat because it's got the goggles with it. And then we just got kind of crafted stuff. Not that that's relevant at all to this video, just kind of giving you a rundown on the character. Speaking of characters, once 1.0 does drop, and we will be starting a new season of SCUM when 1.0 drops, is there any particular play style you guys would like me to try? Or do you want me to just continue kind of doing it the way that I normally do? Where I typically run a pistol and a bow. Now, it's going to be interesting because with the armed NPCs introduced now, rifles are going to be a lot more useful and effective. You know, really against the puppets, rifles are not super useful. I mean, they are, but the reality is ammunition is hard to find for them, so unless you're making it or buying it, it's realistically better to just run one of the submachine guns because they use easy to find pistol ammo, and they seem to do about the same amount of damage as the rifle calibers at, close to medium range. Here to that puppet over there, they're going to do the same damage. From my experience, up close and personal, they're going to do the same damage. Where they fall short is long distance. But generally speaking, you don't really need that for the puppets. And so, I generally just don't use rifles. But with armed NPCs coming into the fray, we're going to be looking at, enemies that can shoot back and that may be wearing armor. And so rifles are going to be a lot more effective there. So I'm going to be very curious to see how they do the armed NPCs. I hope they do them well. I hope their implementation doesn't go like when they introduced the horde system and just it's broken and everybody hates it. So hopefully they're not either brain dead and just kind of stand out in the open and go, hey, bang, 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 I'm dead. Or they have aimbot and, you're hiding in that hangar over there and they can, headshot you with a pistol through the walls while you're also hiding behind the plane. Yeah, the 22 pistol seems pretty effective. I mean, it seems to be as effective as any other pistol that we've tried. Except against those guys. It does not do well against heavy armor. But, let's see. I do have the M9. And it should be loaded. Yes, it has bullets. Let's find us another one of the heavy armored ones. I think that's one right there. Excuse me, sir, I need to test something. How bullet resistant is your face? Excuse me, sir. Well, it would help if I'd hit you. It would really help if I'd hit you. Okay, takes 2 actual hits with the M9. It took me 4 shots because I missed the first 2 because I'm a stupid. That's something else I wish, though, is that with, like, the 22s, there's literally no reason to use them right now. You're going to find way more ammunition in 9mm, 45, 38, stuff like that, than you will in 22s. What I think they should do with the 22s is put a lot more 22 ammo in, like, civilian houses. And make the 22s, the 22 weapons easier to find. Just have them also be in just civilian houses. Have them in a wardrobe closet or something. Well, there we got that one with 1 shot. But that, with these centerfire pistols, so, the 9s, the 45s, 38, 357, 44s, all of those. You're generally going to be hitting police stations where you have to do some lock picking or come into these military areas. Well, if they would put more of the 22s in civilian areas, that would give people a lot more reason to use them. Just availability. And availability of ammo. Because I'll tell you right now, if You know, if a handful of houses in each little town that you go into had 22 ammo, to where it was easy to find and you could stay stocked up on it pretty easily, and, one or two houses in each town had a 22 rifle or a 22 pistol and magazines for them, then, oh yeah, I would absolutely run a 22 just for the, at least in early game, just for the sake of availability. But they're not any easier to find, and actually 22 ammo is more difficult to find than the centerfire calibers. So, I don't know. There's absolutely no incentive for people to use them right now. Now, we can do a 22 challenge once 1.0 comes out, where we do actually have, puppet damage on. I'll be curious to see what kind of settings we get for the NPCs, if we get any at all. I would imagine we'll get some for them, but I'm hoping with them we also get the ability to loot, gear and potentially decent weapons, actually kitted weapons to some degree, or at the very least weapons that have a magazine with some ammo in it. We got one bullet left. Let's use it on this goober over here. There we go. Okay, well, I think we're probably going to call it good there, because I'm out of ammo for the 22s, and that was the whole point of doing this video, was to have it be a 22 challenge. Not that it was really a challenge, it was more just testing. But, let me know what you guys think of the 22s. Do you like using them? Do you think they ought to just take them out of the game? Do you think they should do kind of like what I suggested and just make them significantly more available in civilian areas? Because like I said, if they were more available, yeah, I would absolutely use them. Because the whole reason to come to the military areas is to find better ammunition, better weapons. But if you could find, a buttload of 22s in civilian towns and whatnot, you could just do a, more simple kind of hermit scavenger playstyle, where you don't have to hit these areas trying to find a bunch of, rifle ammo and better pistols and all of that fun stuff. You could just kind of hit small towns, kind of live off the land more, because you could absolutely hunt, you could get rabbits a lot with that 22. Also, I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. But anyway, let me know what you guys think on the 22s. Let me know if you guys are excited about 1.0. I would really like... I'm kind of disappointed they're not bringing in more weapons in 1.0. They're not bringing in any new weapons in 1.0, as far as I can tell. I was really hoping for the SKS, but oh well. That should be later this year. I think Q3 for that one. But anyway, let me know what you guys are looking forward to with 1.0. Let me know what you hope they add in 1.0. And, yeah, let me know if there's anything when 1.0 drops that you guys would like me to play around with. You know what, I have this. I can take you. There we go. Alrighty, well, that is going to do it for this time, so I'm going to go ahead and plug the links in the description. We've got Wounded Warrior Project and St. Jude Children's Hospital, both linked in the description, so if you would like to support either of those charities, go check those out. We have my Discord server, where you can talk to me more directly. I also post my uploads over there. So if you're not getting notifications on YouTube, because a lot of people are not, apparently, they get posted over there as well. And we have the Wolfpack Multiplayer SCUM server, Discord server, linked in the description. And that's where I do the SCUM live streams with John and Cornbread. It is a PvE server. So if you're looking for a nice kind of easygoing server where you can just do your own thing and not worry about getting shot in the face or dealing with cheaters and stuff like that, it's a pretty good server. Everybody on there is pretty helpful, so if you need help getting geared up, there's generally somebody around that'll help. You know, if you need help putting together a vehicle, somebody can help you with that. You know, it's just generally a nice, laid-back server where everybody kind of tries to be, you know, part of a community, but you're still free to go do your own thing if you want to. But if you want to squad up with people, you can do that as well. So anyway, go check that out if that sounds like a good fit for you. And then we have my wife's YouTube channel, where she does a whole slew of different videos, ranging from rain and relaxation videos to gameplay videos to funny videos. It's also where we do our family live streams, where we play multiplayer games like Phasmophobia. And we've been playing one that we think is better than Phasmophobia. It's called Ghost Exile. So if you're into that kind of thing, go check out her channel. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.